Hey guys, what's going on? First, we'd like to thank you so much for purchasing your Demon electric bike. We're looking forward to your future excursions and rides all out in the cities or the trails or even just your suburban home. Today, we are going to be talking about installing your Demon electric bike. All Demon electric bikes come 75% pre-built in the box, so it takes no time at all to put together your bike so you're ready to go out for that ride. Even if you're terrible at putting even the simplest things together, don't worry, we'll show you how. All Demon e-bikes come with the following tools and setup. Each bike is carefully packaged and zip tied in the box, so be careful when cutting the zip ties and packaging off that you don't cut any of the wires attached to your e-bike. Once you've taken your bike parts out of the box, make sure that you have the following tools in your toolkit. The next part you can easily do with your hands. The screws that were inside of your kickstand, you are now going to apply them and match them into the hole. Simply twist, turn, and apply a little bit of pressure to make sure that they get in there. So now that we've got one, let's grab the next one, match it up, start twisting it in there. Once it starts to get a little difficult to twist by hand, this is where you're going to take your 5mm Allen key and you're going to place it right into the hole and give it a nice twist. You're going to want to twist clockwise on these. Counterclockwise will make them loose. Clockwise will make them tight. My dad told me it was lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. That's how I remember. Excellent. And that's how you get your kickstand in. The next thing you're going to want to install are your pedals. You've got two, of course, and you've got a left and a right pedal. Now this will also help to indicate which way to spin your pedal into the crank here. So we're on the left hand side, so we're going to grab our left pedal and we're going to get this end to fit into this end. Simply using your hands, place it in and spin to the left until it clips in. It should feel nice, easy, and simple. If you're struggling a little bit, I think you're maybe spinning it the wrong way. So once your fingers have spun it enough, going counterclockwise since it's left, you're now going to grab your tool. You're going to grab your 15mm wrench. Now, you're also going to keep spinning it to the left, applying it at the back, and give it a nice spin until it's nice and tight, and give it a little extra push. And now, you've got your pedal in. You'll want to apply the exact same thing on the right side. However, because it's R, you're going to spin it right, which is clockwise. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to install our handlebar with our suspension. So you're going to thread the suspension through until you get through the hole at the top here. Nice, and you're going to push this little part back down. Excellent. And if you look at the bottom here, there's a hole, and you're going to connect that hole right over to the top. Make sure that the handlebars are facing down. So I'm going to get that to fit right in. Next, we're going to have this part open, pushing back, opening up. You're now going to have a little hole in the middle right here. And this little hole is going to take your 5mm wrench. It's going to take your 5mm Allen key. So with that Allen key, you're now going to bring it right in until it connects. Then you're going to twist to the right. Good. You're going to take your suspension out.
You're going to continue to use your 5mm Allen key. Now you're going to place it into this hole right here. And again, you're going to be turning it clockwise towards yourself. This is going to help to tighten the angle of your handlebars. So obviously we want them a little bit more upright. We are just going to twist this as much as we can until that's nice and tight. and then you're going to close the clasp. If you want to adjust your handlebars, you'll notice that there's a small arrow that points towards you, and you're going to push the little button towards yourself and give this a little lift. It's easy to close too. All you have to do is apply a little pressure.
Now to really tighten up your handlebar, you've got 2 screws right over here, and you're going to use your 4mm Allen key to tighten those screws. Simply place it in, and like all the other screws, twist and turn to the right until it's nice and tight in there. And simple twist, simple turn. If you really want to make sure that it's tight, use the other end and use the long end of the Allen key sort of as a lever to give it an extra push and an extra pull. Excellent.
You're going to need your 5mm Allen key. You're going to unscrew the front screw here. There's a nub on the back as well, so make sure to be mindful of that. Taking the 5mm Allen key, you're going to stick it in, and you're going to turn it to the left while holding the nub on the back so it doesn't fall and get lost somewhere. Once you've unscrewed it enough with your Allen key, you can now use your hands. Give it a nice little spin. Make sure that the washers are still on there. Nice and easy, and then unthread it. As you can see, there are 2 portions to this, so make sure to hang on to them. Now, here comes the tricky part. You're going to grab your fender, and you're going to make sure that you've got these 2 metal parts hanging out along the back. And you're going to make sure that this little metal part aligns with the hole that you just took the screw out from. Next, you are going to place the light and align it right at the front around here. Now this part can sometimes be a little bit tricky, but what I like to do to make my life really easy, I like to thread the screw in first, so it's just kind of hanging out there. I then like to thread it right through here, give it a nice hold, and try to align things together. Once you've sort of got some semblance, it doesn't need to be perfect, you're going to just use your hands to start threading and spinning things through. Once it's gone through nice and easy, now this is where you're going to take your nub. You can kind of let that hang just a little bit, and you're going to start tightening it from the back. It's great to use your hands here just for a little simple mechanics. Now, once you've done that, you're going to lift it up, and you're going to try to keep that fender as high as possible till you can't really spin with your fingers anymore. Once that's happened, you're going to get your friend back here, and you're going to give that a spin until it's pretty tight. Make sure that that headlight is pointing up. Oop, almost dropped it. Give it a nice spin until it's pretty tight, and one more just for extra. Excellent. And now you've got your fender up. We're now going to install the front of the wheel. On your wheel in your package, the wheel should come with a caliper that was zip tied on. Once you've undone it, perfect, you've got your caliper. It's got a lever on one side and it's got a cap on the other with 2 springs attached. You're going to unscrew the one cap and make sure to hang on to the spring that comes along with it. On the wheel, there's a hole in the middle here by the hydraulic system, and you're going to thread it right through. Fantastic. And then on the other side here, you're going to put the cap back on with the spring. You want the bigger end to match with the cap there. And just a little finessing. Put it on. Give it a couple of spins, not too many. And your wheel is now good to go to put onto your suspension fork. Now it's time to install your front wheel into the front suspension here. If you notice on the side, you've got your hydraulic disc brake there. And that's where you're going to put this silver disc in to connect the 2. Now you can take your time when aligning things, making sure that it all fits nice and easy together. Oh, beautiful, unbelievable. Once you've got that there, start spinning the clasp on the other side till it's pretty tight. And you're gonna give this a nice spin while holding that clasp until your wheel can be closed pretty simply. Oh yeah, we're almost there. And a couple spins. close. And your wheel is set. It's now time to connect the part of the bike that makes it an e-bike, and that's your computer here, which is simply connected by these two wires. If you notice, there are two white arrows there. Those arrows help to indicate where to plug in your e-bike. Simply connect, give it a little push, and you're done. So all Demon e-bikes charge the same way. However, taking this Tronio battery out is slightly different than our other Demon e-bikes. With the key, same concept, you're going to put it into the keyhole. Nice and easy. Excellent. You're going to give it a little twist. On top of the Tronio battery, there is a dial that if you turn to the left or the right, will unlock your battery and simply take it out. To put it back in, nose first, give it a little bit of a dive, and give it a little push, and you are set to go. You can charge your battery out of the bike or inside the bike. If you want to charge the battery inside the bike, look for the rubber stopper, take it out, and on the inside here, you'll notice that there's an AC adapter. Simply plug, there it is, and you're ready to go.
Demon wants to thank you once again for choosing us for your e-bike ride. Now that you're ready to go, why don't we see how your bike handles?